we are, day one, in what I think is going to be the first ever Canadian medical residency interview vlog that's going to take you through my entire interview application process, and I am so excited for this. There's really three reasons why I wanted to do today's vlog, and I think the first one is because, as far as I could tell, there is no complete vlog like this for Canadian medical residency interviews, and I think it'd be really helpful for future students, and it would have been helpful for me if I could have looked at videos to see how it worked for people that came before me. The second reason why is because hopefully my graduating class will be the final class that has to do this CARMS interview process online, and hopefully in a few years we'll be able to look back and just see how incredibly awkward this was and why it's so much better to do them in person. And then finally, because I do want these clips for the memories. I think it's going to be awesome 30 years from now to be able to look back to myself on interview day going into my family medicine residency and how it all turned out for me. It's really nice to have this as like a time capsule. This is actually me from the future now. I wanted to leave you guys with a few tips as we make our way through the vlog. Starting with tip number one, before all of my interviews, if I had the time, started off with a workout. And this is something that I did for my med school interviews too. For me, it helped get my mind off of things like the interview and focus more on being calm and being present in the moment. It's something that I would highly suggest to everyone. And ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, the moment we've all been waiting for the last 3 years, me especially, medical school residency interviews. This is the outfit we're going with for interview number one. Got the classic white and blue, black pants, but that's not really gonna matter for these online interviews. And then wrist check, we have my iconic green and black Submariner homage, and yeah, that's it. Maybe we'll switch it up for the other ones. I was trying to decide for a while what type of jacket I was gonna wear, and then also what kind of shirt. I ultimately decided on this one. And that's it. That's the full package for today. I feel good. I think the outfit just makes you get a little bit more into character. But this is the direct view that the interviewers are gonna have of me when I'm interviewing. So what you're seeing right now is hopefully what they're gonna be seeing. Hopefully the Zoom connection or anything doesn't cut out. And I will let you all know what happens after this first one, how I feel, and can't really say too much about the interview, but more so how I feel. So wish me luck, and fingers crossed. So me again now, a few things that I have to explain about the setup. First of all, if you've noticed, I have my snowboard in the background beside my piano. Now, we were told from a few different people when we were practicing that sometimes it might be a good idea to put something in your background that relates to your personality, something that it gives the interviewer a chance to get to know you a little bit better, and they might want to ask you a question about something that you had in the background. So that was a pretty unique aspect of the whole online interview process. Now, in terms of practicing for interviews, that process was very similar to medical school. What we did was get together with a few groups of students that were friends in medical school and were maybe applying at different schools as well, and practicing with them, asking each other different questions on an online format, and that way we could be practicing in the same style that we were going to be interviewed on in a few days. And I would say we practiced a lot. We did few hours of practice, different small group settings over the course of like 2 weeks. So it was pretty busy. There was a lot going on. Okay, so full disclosure, I've been trying to vlog this getting ready for interview process all day. And I've tried to play it like cool as a cucumber, but like the interview started and she just started kicking. But it feels so good to be done that one. Update is that, I feel awesome. I feel awesome. It was such a good interview, and I love it when interviewers try to get to know you a little bit as a person. I think that's great, and it's a good thing to know about a school too. But we got the first one done, guys. Few more left to go. Thank you so much for all the support, and we're gonna put this in the video. So it's been a few hours at this point since my last interview, and I'm just up doing some practice questions for the board exams coming up, working through the UWorld question bank right now. My next exam is tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, so I probably shouldn't go to sleep too late tonight, aiming for around 1 o'clock. And I feel like a few of you might want to know about like my plan for interviews, how I practice and what I'm doing when I'm answering questions. And once interviews start, my rule is that I don't practice anymore for interviews. I try and learn things as I go through them. I feel like any more practice at this point is just going to make me more nervous. So I try my best to enjoy myself in the interview process. and just trying to distract myself a little bit right now. So my next sets of tips that I want to offer you is, number one, a few of you might already know that I am getting ready currently to write the USMLE Step 1 exam, not because I want to go and practice down in the States. I did not apply there for residency. I'll make a whole video talking about why I'm writing the test, but I bring it up now because that was just another thing that I had on my plate, in addition to a few other side projects during residency interviews. And I would highly suggest that when it is time for your residency interviews, you don't want to be doing anything else. Try not to give yourself too many other additional projects. Try and keep that time dedicated all for relaxing, maybe a little bit of practicing if you would like, but just doing the interviews and keeping your thought process as suppressed as possible. The next tip that I want to say before you see the clip here is that not all of your residency interviews are going to go amazing. Some are going to go really, really well, hopefully, but there are definitely going to be some other ones that are not the best. And when you do have an interview like that, try not to let it keep you down for the next one. That's probably the best tip I could offer. So just got finished now with interview number 2, and I don't know how to feel about that one. It's definitely a little bit different than yesterday's interview. I totally understand that you can't knock them all out of the park, but I tried my best, and I really think that in that one there, let me think, is there anything that I would have done differently? No. Maybe. I don't know. It's one of those weird, they say that you get the best insight into how you did an interview directly afterwards, and I can't put my finger on it, but definitely maybe a 7 out of 10 for this one compared to like an 8 or a 9 yesterday. Definitely wasn't bad, but interesting stuff. Anyways, other updates for you guys. I literally just came out of the interview right now. The school that I just interviewed at was another one of my top choices, so that's really awesome. I changed the outfit a little bit today, decided to go with the blue on black, and I don't really think it matters as far as them looking at me through the Zoom screen, but it's more so just for myself, and makes me feel a little bit better going into all the different interviews. This one was early, it was 8 a.m. and yeah. We'll see you all for the next one, which will be this coming Saturday. So the video is almost over. In a second, I will show you my reaction from the final interview that I recorded. I didn't record my 4th interview. I only had 4 interviews in total. I didn't record that last one because I don't want this video going on forever and ever. But if you guys have any questions about anything that I missed, feel free to leave those in the comment section below. The takeaway should be that when it comes time for your residency interviews, try your best to enjoy them as best as you can. You've earned them. You've done so much at this point, or we all have in medical school at this point. And practice as best as you can, but try your hardest to represent yourself in such a way that is a decent summary of who you are and who you've tried to be at everything leading up to this point. It is a really big interview, don't get me wrong. Everything that you've worked so hard to do will be on display in about a half-hour or 45-minute interview. But being nervous didn't help me anyways, and I tried to that was my underlying philosophy going into these interviews here. Maybe one final thing I could say is practice ethics. Practice everything on your CV, like go over what you have put down on your resume when you applied, and practice different things needing to do with different situations and things that you've observed when you were in clerkship. But you know, that's pretty much it. I don't want to say too much, but the interviews, that's what you should be working on the most, in my opinion. You should be going over times that you've dealt with conflict, times that you've dealt with criticism, things you've done good, things you've done bad, all typical basic interview stuff that you also practiced when you were going into medical school as well. That interview was absolutely amazing. Oh man, I think that was the best interview that I've given ever. That's not to amp myself up, I just felt so comfortable. And I think that is probably one of the most important things about medical school residency interviews that I've seen so far. Getting able to know the people that are interviewing you and vice versa. And yeah, my immediate gut reactions there is that that's where I'm going to residency. That is it. That is the school. I'm not going to tell you guys where that was, but I am so glad that one in particular went really, really well. And we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes, I guess. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's vlog. I am going to be sneaking in different things that I did throughout in terms of preparing and different tips. So I hope that it helped. I hope there's some good tips in here when I'm editing it after. But just remember, when you are doing your own interviews, not all of them go amazing. That is for sure. That second one that I had was less than ideal compared to the other ones. But That is one of the most important things about having different interviews lined up, but then also taking the time that you need to practice. And then on the day of, trying to remain as calm and as calm as possible. And I wonder if the fact that I was vlogging these interview process helped me to stay calm throughout the interviews. If the fact of me trying to stay calm and speaking to you guys made me appear like a better communicator for our interviews, I guess we'll see. Because the final decisions match day is April 12th. So see you all then. Everyone, thank you so much for coming by, and take care.